Welcome to the Workface. This is a quick Steve Dog wetsuit review. It's this. I couldn't have said it better myself. Welcome back. Right folks, this is a review of a wetsuit brand which I've never used before called Ion. Okay, now these guys are cheap, but are you getting good bang for your buck? So what we've got here is a 2mm wetsuit. So let's tell you exactly the spec of this wetsuit. It's actually called a Strike it's called a Strike Element Shorty. Long sleeve, it's got a back zip on it. Long sleeve. What's it actually like? Well, I'm comparing it to my old wetsuit, which is actually called the Billabong Absolute series, okay? So, what do you get in this Ion wetsuit? Is it any good? You've got good flex in the top section over the shoulders and also under the arms, and comparing that to the Billabong, the flex is, I would say, almost as good. I would say 90% as good, but not quite as good as the Billabong. What else do you get in this wetsuit? So first of all, these are flat lock construction. So that effectively means they butt up each of the bits of neoprene alongside each other. So you've got a flat lock, which is great for a summer suit because, let's be honest, it's going to be warm. You've got little tape reinforcements on all the joints, which is good. And you've just got a smooth neck collar there, so there's no double lining on that, but hey, this is like 65 quid or something, so what do you expect? It's got this sort of kidney warm bit, as they tend to say, along the back. So it's got the rubberized back on there, which will keep your back nice and warm, and then on the front you've got this lining as well, which is pretty good for keeping your front warm. Of course, it's just a straight neoprene, so there's no rubberized front, which is fine, because what I wanted to move away from my old Billabong is this one's got a sort of, again, flat lock construction through there, but it's got blind stitch and glue construction through here, and then under the pressure point up by the arms it got a bit weaker, so I didn't want that. I wanted to move away from that. So the blind stitch and glue basically means water rate isn't really going to get in there. You've got a glue and you've got a half stitch going through that neoprene, so they sort of butt it up like that and then stitch one side and glue the other. Gets you a better seal. On this, they just butt them up and just on the flat lock and then stitch across, which is fine for summer wear. So anyway, top end of the suit is pretty good. Bottom end though, you get down to the bottom, that's where you're losing the quality. That's where you're not paying so much. So on here, you've got lots of flex, massive amount of flex on the Billabong, but on this Ion, you're losing the flex on the bottom end. So, to conclude, how good is this wetsuit? 65 quid? It's a bargain really for 65 quid. It's a good wetsuit. It looks the part, it's black, it's fine. You've got flex on the shoulders, you've got flex under the arms and in the arms. For that money, it's good. Do not go near a garage wetsuit. Do not go into Mountain Warehouse and buy a wetsuit. They're all going to be tosh. This is a decent wetsuit for the money, but I'm sending it back, folks, because it just doesn't have the quality of this one. So I've just ordered one of these, same series, but it's got flat lock through there, and it hasn't got the rubberized front. Other than that, it's essentially the same as this, but it'll have that super flex all the way through the wetsuit. One like that, in that style, is going to cost you 170 sovs, right? But you're getting what you paid for. For me, because I'll be surfing, body surfing, which you need real flex on body surfing with handboards and that, way more than body boarding because you're using your arms and stuff, and paddle boarding, I'm going to go for the Billabong, but just for straight paddle boarding where you're out the water, if you're not worried about flex in the at the midriff and down your legs, for your arms and shoulders, I would recommend this Ion wetsuit. Out of 10, I would give it kind of 7 out of 10. For value, I'll give it really 9 out of 10. It's a really good wetsuit. There's nothing wrong. The zips look good. Everything looks fine with it. But being a bit anal about wetsuits, I might as well spend another £100. I don't spend anything nowadays in lockdown. I don't go out. But what I do know is when I do get out, I want the best wetsuit. So I'm going to spend a bit more money on the top end. And I know some of you guys will say, well, hang on a minute, you've got back zip there, Steve Dog. Yeah, I know. I like back zip. I'm too old to struggle into the zipperless ones. I've tried them. I'm on the back zip. So there you go. That concludes my review of the Eon Wetsuit Strike Element Shorty. Like and subscribe, folks. Catch you guys on the flip side. I couldn't have said it better myself.